So you don't have time to consume an entire podcast. That's okay. Enjoy the highlights on TRS Clips. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon. So as a podcast, I'm always looking for moments in the conversation where my guests' eyes light up. Your eyes just lit up more than normal when you spoke about your dad.
Yeah.
That's love speaking up, dude.
That's love and respect. You know, to see. Okay, I'll tell you a very personal story, which I generally don't like to do because my family is my family. I'm very protective. But since we're discussing this, and I really feel it gives a great insight not only to the greatness of the man, but it'll serve huge inspiration to anybody who's out there looking for inspiration. Since my father's near fatal accident in 1982 on the sets of Coolie, every Sunday there's a crowd of people that come to meet him outside the house. All right. My previous house, Pratiksha, every Sunday there used to be thousands of people. Traffic used to come to a standstill. It was crazy. Now, when we live in our other house in Juhu Jalsa, they come there. And he religiously does everything in his power to be there at 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday to go meet the crowds. And they come in thousands. And there's a huge traffic snarl for the 1-2 hours that it happens. And he goes, in 5-10 minutes, he waves, he tries to sign as many autographs, now take as many photographs and selfies. There had been times after I became an actor that he took me, and I call it my Simba moment. You know, in Lion King, when Mufasa holds up Simba and says, "Yeah, my son." So I say, that's my Simba moment. And I go there and I very reluctantly wave. Because obviously, I mean, come on, nobody's going to wave at me when, you know, Mr. Bachchan is standing behind you.
I'd wave at you, man.
Well, thank you. See, the things he has to do to get me on the podcast. So I go, I mean, reluctantly, but obviously you come, you shyly wave, and then you step back, and I mean, it's his domain, and they're here for him as they should be. One day, we came back in, and the crowd was very robust, and so I said, you know, Pa, I've really wanted to ask you all these years. I said, how does it feel? Because, you know, receiving that love from the crowd in the flesh, oh my God, that energy is something else. I said, how does it feel? And he's very, he's not somebody who's like, oh, it's mind-blowing. He's not one of those. He just smiled. I said, no, tell me. I mean, come on. You know, it's been like this for over 20 years. Can you imagine? Since 1982, every Sunday they come and they want to wave out and give him the love and all. I'm like, it must feel great. You must feel on top of the world. I would. I mean, the few times when he's taken me up, then I've just waved and they, oh, Abhishek. You feel empowered. You just, everything just, I said, come on, it felt great. Huh? I said, what do you think? Come on, tell me. You're thinking like, wow, you know, I'm the king of the world. What do you feel? And he left and he went on. The next day we were having dinner. And we had finished and just the two of us sitting at the table. He said, you know, yesterday you asked me something. He said, how do I feel? I said, yeah, how did you feel? You feel great? I said, what do you think? He said, the only thought that's going through my head is, you think they'll come next Sunday? And that hit me. I was like, wow, man, here's this guy. He's accomplished all there is to accomplish and some. And his biggest thought is, what can I do to work hard enough to make sure that they come back? So you're not being, you know, it teaches you, you cannot, even at that position, be complacent. You cannot take it for granted. And I mean, you know, please allow me this. I mean, he's the Amitabh Bachchan. There is not a bigger star and better actor than him in the world. Yeah. And his attitude is not, dude, you know, Leo, move aside. I'm the king of the world, you know. He's like, dude, I got to work harder because, please, these guys have to come back. I mean, it's amazing, dude. I mean, you get that kind of inspiration at home for me. And that's what I aspire for. So, I mean, you know, when you talk about all this stuff about getting it for granted, no, man, I've seen that man work and I try and emulate that. I mean, what more inspiration do you want?
There's this saying which I'm remembering right now. The quote is, success isn't bought, it's rented, and the rent is due every day.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. More so now than ever.
Yeah.
20 years ago, it was due every Friday. Now it's every hour.